Hi everyone, I hope you're really well. Welcome, or indeed welcome back to the channel. If you are new, don't forget to hit subscribe, because today I'm going through my best and worst of beauty for the month of May. It is unbelievably hot today. I'm actually filming this a lot later on in the day than I would do normally. It's actually 4:30 in the afternoon and it's beautiful outside. Amazing blue skies, it's a lovely breeze, but it's very hot. According to the app on my phone, it's 22 degrees. There's no way. It's definitely hotter than that. It is boiling today, but it's very welcome because it's nice to get the washing outside for a change. Yes, I'm a mum, could you tell? It's been quite an eventful week this week, and if you'd have said to me this morning that I would be filming this afternoon, I would have said, no, there's no way that's possible. Basically, my husband took this week off, which obviously was booked for quite a while, so that was fine. So that's kind of conundrum number one to deal with, because obviously we want to be getting out doing stuff. Conundrum number two was the fact that we have had 2 tradespeople in our home for the last 3 days, because the whole bathroom basically needed to be redone. We had a crack in the bath. The tiles were pretty much all falling off the wall, so we've pretty much had no access to the bathroom, which when it's as hot as this, I can tell you it's not been much fun. My husband actually had to help me wash my hair this morning in the kitchen sink, so that was an experience. It feels like we've been camping, but we've not actually gone anywhere. And we had to put my son in the sink last night to give him a bath, which was quite funny because we've not actually done that before, not even when he was a baby. And he doesn't really fit anymore, so it's been an eventful week. Plus, can you hear that? Can you hear that? I know a lot of YouTubers do this and they apologise for background noise and stuff, and generally you can't hear it because unless you've got an external microphone, which I certainly haven't, it doesn't get picked up anyway. But I'm illustrating a point that you probably wouldn't be able to hear it anyway, because the most exciting thing happened this week. We have a dishwasher. I've been without a dishwasher for 18 months now, and it's been hard. It's been really hard. But we've got one and it's amazing, and it's like the quietest thing ever. It's so much better than our old dishwasher, which was unbelievably noisy. This is like doing one of my least favourite jobs for me, and it's doing it quietly, so yay. Anyway, I don't want to turn this into too much of a long video, so that's just a little update in terms of what kind of just week actually we've had, let alone month, but it's been a bit of a crazy week. The whole month has gone ridiculously fast, so I hope that you've had a great month of May too. And here's rocking on to June, because it's going to be here very soon, and that was not intended. Anyway, enough of that. I feel like I've got a really fun month to go through with you guys this month, because I've got some absolutely amazing why hadn't I tried, found, whatever, used these products before. Plus I have some products where I'm like, not so great. So it's quite a mixed bag this month. But the first thing I feel like I need to talk to you guys about, because I feel like I'm going to burst if I don't, is this. Oh my goodness. Oh my goodness. This is the Weleda, still not 100% sure on that pronunciation, but it sounds convincing enough, I think. Weleda Skin Food, which I picked up from a Latest in Beauty box, and I believe as it stands this is still available. This was a 30ml tube, and you can probably see that I've had quite a bit of action out of this so far. This is one of these whole body creams that you can smear on all your dry bits, and it's supposed to do this amazing kind of nourishing, balancing thing that just brings your skin all back into the realms of where it should be. It sounded lovely and it smelt lovely. It was surprisingly a really nice lemony sort of scent. But what I wasn't expecting this to be is some kind of miracle worker. Yes, it really is. And I'm talking about something quite specific in terms of what I've been using this for. I've mentioned this in quite a few of my videos already, but I do suffer with a really quite nasty skin condition on my hands. I've had it for quite some time, I think since I was about 12 or 13. And it went undiagnosed for a really, really long time until just in the last couple of years, would you believe it, which is quite some time later. But I actually know what it is that's wrong with me now, and it does flare up during hay fever season because unfortunately I suffer with hay fever, which has given me a lot of issues at the moment, so my hands have really flared up. They get very dry, cracked, painful. It's just really unpleasant. I would tell you what the condition is, but I'm not sure how to pronounce it, so I'll maybe write on screen what it is, just in case there's someone watching this who suffers from a similar condition. Well, what this has done, there was a particularly nasty patch of it on this part of my hand, and it's literally been there for about 6 or 8 months. Everything I tried was not clearing it up, including the stuff that my doctor prescribes me, until I used this. I'm pretty sure it wasn't a coincidence. I rubbed it on and I thought, oh, that feels nice. It feels like it's really helped hydrate and do something fabulous to that area of skin. And then I just kept applying it sort of every evening. And gradually, I mean, it's still not looking fantastic, but oh my goodness, is it an improvement. So amazing stuff. I've since smeared it on other parts of my body like my feet, my elbows, and it's gorgeous. So this, wish I'd found it a long time ago. I will continue to buy this because I cannot imagine being without it. It's just amazing. Next up in my not so great category is this body wash from Maddi Alexander. This was another one from a Latest in Beauty box. This promised so much. It smells divine. It's very heavy on the geranium. It's supposed to be geranium and lavender, but it's definitely more geranium-y. It's just a pretty average wash, to be honest. It does smell nice, but it kind of just disappears. It doesn't feel as thick and luxurious as I was hoping that it would be. And it did dry my skin out quite a bit. You know when you use some body washes and you wash it off and your skin kind of feels a bit squeaky and not very nice? That's what this did. So love the smell of it, but really not very impressed in terms of its actual performance. Next up I have a lip product, and this I hauled in my drugstore haul video, I think. And I've had lots of people comment on what I've been wearing on my lips, although ironically don't actually have it on today. It's good planning for you. But it is this NYX Butter Gloss in the shade Tiramisu. I love it. It's so pretty. It's very natural. It's exactly what I was looking for. It's very comfortable. It is sticky, you know, it is a gloss at the end of the day, but it's not really, really bad. I'll see if I can get someone so you can see, but it is pretty subtle. It smells really good. It smells like baking or something. It's kind of that sweet vanilla-y kind of scent. And although it's a gloss, it doesn't actually feel too sticky, because I hate the glosses that are like really, really super sticky. But I definitely want to get some more shades in this because I think it's really affordable. The colours seem to be really nice. This was the one that I was really attracted to when I first started looking into it. This is exactly the kind of territory that I like my lip stuff to be in. I do love me a lip balm, but I also love really easy to wear products like this as well, that are just very quick and easy to apply, and hopefully I haven't smeared that all over the rest of my face because I wasn't using a mirror. I was trying to use the viewfinder, which is it's never a good idea. But absolutely love this. 9 times out of 10, if you're wondering what's on my lips in a video, chances are it's going to be this, or at least it's going to only be one of a couple of things, because this is right up my street and I think it's beautiful, so I definitely want to get some more of these at some point. I may as well talk about the other lip product that I've got here whilst we're talking about lips, and it's this lip balm, which I also picked up from a Latest in Beauty box. This is from Bubble Tea Cosmetics and it's a lip macaroon, I think is the right term, and this was supposed to be in a lemony sort of scent, but honestly it's incredibly subtle, and even now that I've used it a few times, you really can't smell it very strongly. My son absolutely loves this, and it goes missing quite often because he thinks the packaging is fabulous. I, on the other hand, as much as I appreciate the packaging, think that it's a very thin formula lip balm, which is fine to an extent, but you kind of want it to deliver in another way as well, like maybe having a fantastic scent, and it's just not really impressed me very much. So it's always nice to try a new lip balm, but I wasn't really very impressed with this one, unfortunately. Next, I have a new cleanser that I want to talk to you about, and oh my goodness, do I have things to say about this cleanser. Can you guess where I'm going to go with this in terms of how I'm feeling? It is this cleanser from White Rabbit, and it's their Comfort Cleansing Balm. And this was a 15ml, kind of a deluxe sample. I think the full size is much, much bigger than this. It's about 100ml. And this was a product I picked up from Latest in Beauty. You guys know that I do enjoy finding a decent cleanser, and this does not fall into the realms of a decent cleanser. I have no idea what I'm going to do with this because I've used it quite a few times. I mean, there's quite a bit missing. I've probably got just under half left. I just can't use it. It's horrendous. It's incredibly sticky, so it is very much like you're smearing petroleum jelly or Vaseline on your face, which is like, okay, I can get past this sensation as I'm massaging it. Maybe it will be amazing, remove all my makeup, and it will give me like the best skin ever. Well, it won't. It will not do any of those things. Okay, it does remove your makeup eventually, but because this is so sticky, if you get it on your eyelashes when you're trying to get mascara off, your eyelashes just stick together, and then it's really hard to kind of massage it in. It's just really difficult to use. And I've not even got to like the worst part of this cleanser yet. The worst part, well, there's kind of two parts. It smells like a cleanser should not smell. This is straight up, like I mentioned in the unboxing video, it smells like Vicks Vapor Rub, the kind of stuff that you'd smear on your chest if you had a cough or something. So maybe I could try it for that purpose and see how I would get on. When it comes to removing this, oh my goodness, does it take some serious work. You can't just splash some water on and emulsify it and it just disappear. You have to go to town with a flannel or something. So if you've got your eye on this, I cannot recommend it. It's probably, no, it is the worst cleanser I have ever used, and I have tried a lot. Okay, so I just have one, well actually it's more like two products, but they're both very similar to talk about now. Have you got any guesses as to what I'm going to be mentioning? I have both formulations of the foundation from The Ordinary. This has been such a lovely surprise. It's always a risk when you're trying a new foundation product, and as you guys probably know, I do love me a good foundation. I test a lot of them out because I still feel as though I haven't found the one that does it all. So slight spoiler alert there. But can we just look at these for a second and just appreciate how nice the packaging looks? It looks a lot more expensive than it actually is. It's in this lovely frosted plastic packaging which feels really nice and smooth. They've both got twist pumps to them, which the tops have got quite mucky, to be fair. I've been using these a lot. I'm continuing to test them because I would like to give you a dedicated Ordinary Colours update video at some point in the future, because I know a lot of you guys still don't actually have your hands on these, which is such a shame. It must be so frustrating to wait so long. I felt like I waited quite a long time when I got these, but to still be waiting now, when I know that some of you guys have ordered them as early on as what I did, it must be incredibly frustrating. The good definitely outweighs the bad when it comes to these by a long stretch. I've seen comments on social media where people have been disappointed, and I think that's probably largely because of obviously the fact that this was massively hyped up. So when your expectations go through the roof, it can be so easy for those expectations to just go dropping to the floor again. But the good definitely outweighs the bad. I think the price point for the quality of the product that you're getting is unbeatable. I don't know how they've done it, but other brands take note, because obviously it is possible. From what I can see of what swatches have now started to emerge online, I think the shade range looks absolutely fantastic. Both of them apply so easy and dreamlike. They're an absolute pleasure to use when it comes to actually putting the product on your face. For me personally, the only major drawback that I'm having with these is the fact that they go mega oily on me. And that's not just because of how warm it's been recently, because we've had quite a few cold days as well. I've been testing these out with lots of different primers and moisturisers too, because sometimes I think you need to take things back a step further and look at what you're actually putting on in terms of a moisturiser, because sometimes a foundation doesn't play very well with a moisturiser either. But I'm majorly struggling with the oiliness situation that's going on, and it happens fairly quickly, I suppose, within say 4 to 5 hours for both of them. There's no difference at all in that respect. The only difference is literally the coverage one does obviously have more coverage to it. It is a situation that can be easily rectified. You can blot, you can pop a bit of powder on, you can sort it out, but I've had foundations that have lasted a bit better in that respect in terms of oiliness, where maybe I've managed to control the oil for a good 7 or 8 hours. So I do really want to find a foundation that will last that bit longer in terms of oiliness. That being said, even though I go really oily with both of them, neither of these break down on my skin at all. The coverage remains really good for the rest of the day, so I haven't really got any complaints in that respect. It's just the hassle of having to kind of blot and touch up. One of the most frequently asked questions I get in regards to these foundations is what primer has worked best so far. And of the ones that I've tested out, unfortunately, the one that does seem to be doing best in terms of oiliness is Hourglass's Mineral Veil, which I know is really expensive. So you're saving loads on the foundation, but then potentially spending a lot of money on a really high-end primer. Although I do hear that the NYX Angel Veil primer is supposed to be a good dupe, so I will need to pick that one up because it is a lot less. Amazingly, even though originally I wasn't going to pick up the Serum foundation, I was only really looking to get the coverage one, and because they were so affordable, I thought, let's just get both. I'm so glad I got the Serum one, because out of the two, that one has been such a pleasant surprise. I think because of the fact that my skin is that bit more mature and I've got more fine lines around my eyes, the Serum one obviously doesn't really accentuate any of those areas. It just goes on the skin so effortlessly and beautiful. That's not to say that the coverage one doesn't go on and look lovely too. There's just something about the Serum foundation, the way it applies, the way it looks, that I just actually really prefer, and it does provide a really decent level of coverage, which I really wasn't expecting, so it's been a really pleasant surprise. I'm so glad I picked up the Serum formulation too. I could probably go into more detail in terms of these foundations, but I think I will probably save it for a separate video, because I don't want this to kind of dominate my best and worst of beauty for May, but obviously this was a huge part of it, because it was thanks to these products that I suddenly got a ton of views that I wouldn't normally get on my channel, and in turn a lot more subscribers. So if you joined my channel on the back of my review videos for these, thank you so much, and I really hope that you like the rest of my content too. So I think that about wraps it up for this month's Best and Worst of Beauty. I'm sat here absolutely melting. I cannot begin to tell you how warm I am right now, so I think I'm going to take myself off and have a lovely cool drink and maybe sit outside and enjoy the sunshine whilst it lasts, because we are going on a little family break this weekend, just literally for the weekend down to Cornwall, so I'm expecting the weather to be rubbish. So if it is rubbish this weekend, think of us, because we're going to the beach for the weekend. It's bound to be rubbish because it's beautiful now. Anyway, I really hope that you enjoyed this video. If you did, I would really appreciate a thumbs up down below, because it does really help support my channel. And if you are new and would like to subscribe to see more content like this from me in the future, I will pop a button just here so you can click it and get notified of content as and when it gets uploaded. And if you've not seen my last video, I will pop a link to that one just up here so you can click it and check that one out too. Anyway, I hope you're all really well, and I will see you again soon. Bye!